your money decisions all run on one thing: bandwidth. If you've ever felt yourself collapse under pressure, overreact to something small, or avoid a conversation like it's a tax audit, by the end of this video, you'll understand why you implode and how you can stop it for good. Why your emotional bandwidth controls everything and how to expand it. The emotional bandwidth foundation is strongest footing from which we can operate. Once you have that foundation in place, everything becomes clear. Every transaction, every interaction becomes super clear because you know exactly where you stand and what you stand on. So, why do smart men still struggle with this? It's not like you have a discipline problem. It's more like an emotional bandwidth problem. Most men, I think they're weak, lazy, distracted. The truth is far more interesting. Your entire life, your relationships, your confidence, your leadership, your money decisions all run on one thing: bandwidth. If you've ever felt yourself collapse under pressure, overreact to something small, or avoid a conversation like it's a tax audit, stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you implode and how you can stop it for good. High-functioning men face a hidden struggle. Let's paint a picture, the real picture. You're successful on paper, you've built companies, careers, families, you're respected, and you look capable. Yet, there are moments when you feel like a 12-year-old trying to hold a steering wheel. You're all over the road. You shut down when your partner asks for an honest conversation. You put off the hard call because something in your chest really tightens up. And you crumble when life squeezes you that little bit too much. And you ask yourself that maddening question: why can I handle $1,000,000 decisions, but not one emotionally charged moment at home? Here's why. You don't have a strategy issue. You have an emotional bandwidth issue. Your system is overloaded, like running your GPS, your modern app on an ancient Nokia's. They're like something from the Roman times now. And the worst part, you're not even aware of the processes running in the background that are draining you. So what is it? What is emotional bandwidth? It's actually quite simple. It's your capacity to feel, process, and stay present with uncomfortable emotions without shutting down, avoiding, or even spiraling in the moment. You're not suppressing, you're not fixing, you're definitely not bypassing. You've got to stay with it. And that's what emotional bandwidth gives you, the ability to stay with it. Here's a computer analogy. Your brain has a hard drive. Memories, knowledge, skills. It also has RAM, which is your real-time processing capacity. But most men, they're walking around with 128 gigs of hard drive and only 1 gig of RAM. We're trying to do too much. Neuroscientists like Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett and Dr. Stephen Porges explain that emotional overload literally hijacks the prefrontal cortex. What does that mean? You lose your access to rational thought when your nervous system hits the upper threshold. And when bandwidth maxes out, one of 3 things happen. You shut down, you avoid, and you react, not because you're weak, but because your subconscious is trying to keep you safe. So you're not broken. Your system is overbooked, overclocked. But look, there's 3 bandwidth collapse patterns that we have to learn about so we can avoid. Number 1 is shutdown. You go numb, you disconnect. Your partner is talking and you hear the words, but nothing lands. This is dorsal vagal freeze mode. It's the same protective mechanism animals use to play dead, like a fainting goat or something. One time, after one of my bad breakups, my ex had said one sentence, nothing too dramatic, but years later, I walked right into a similar conversation, like I was still emotionally underwater. So I was immediately triggered. Memory was still there. My whole chest shut down like a vault door. But I wasn't choosing silence. It was my body that pulled the plug for me. Why was that? Because my subconscious interpreted the moment as danger based on that old breakup pain. Pattern 2, avoidance. You procrastinate, you make excuses, you doom scroll. Maybe you suddenly develop the need to reorganize the garage at 9 p.m. rather than confront your girlfriend about the growing distance between you. But avoidance is the mind trying to dodge internal intensity. Clean the garage. Yeah. Talk about avoidance. Then you have pattern 3, reactivity. You snap, you overthink, you spiral into catastrophic future scenarios that won't even happen. This is sympathetic activation. Your nervous system is preparing you to fight or run. And here's the key insight. None of these patterns are character flaws. They're just subconscious survival strategies. Your system is trying to protect you from what it believes you cannot handle. That belief might have been installed decades ago. I worked with a client recently who runs a multi-million-dollar construction company, running huge jobs. So, like, if you give him a crisis to deal with on any of his sites, boy, he's like a rock. But ask him to tell his wife he's feeling a bit disconnected. Whoa, man. He nearly has a panic attack. It's not because he lacks courage. It's because his emotional RAM was already maxed out from a lifetime of holding everything in. That's bandwidth collapse. So how can we expand the bandwidth? Because this is where life changes. Step 1, awareness. You start noticing the signals. Tight jaw, shallow breath, racing thoughts, pressure in the chest, collapsing posture. These are early warnings that the system is overheating. Step 2, the pause. Not forever, just long enough to stop the autopilot pattern. 1 breath, 1 count, 1 grounding cue. Then step 3, resource. Bring yourself back into your body. Slow exhale, feet on the floor, shoulders back, present in the moment. That shifts you from survival mode back into command mode. Think about that. And then step 4, capacity training. Here's the muscle building part. You don't try to tackle your deepest emotional wounds first. That's like walking into the gym and loading 300 pounds onto your first squat. You increase the weight gradually. You rise to the challenge. Micro moments of discomfort consistently. Maybe you hold eye contact 2 seconds longer. You sit with irritation before you react. You let yourself feel disappointment for 20 extra breaths. Maybe you tell the truth 1% more than feels comfortable. Micro steps. Emotional bandwidth grows the way physical strength does, by repeatedly meeting your edge without running from it. I'd say that again. By repeatedly meeting your edge without running from it. Think of your emotional bandwidth like the width of a bridge. If it's narrow, only small moments can cross, but when you widen it, your whole life will move much more freely. It'll flow. Now, this is the work that changes everything. There's no hacks. It's not about willpower. It's not pretending you're fine. Your emotional bandwidth determines the man you get to be in love, in life, in leadership. Next, I'm going to be breaking down shutdown patterns in more detail and how you can reverse them instantly. So, if you want to expand your capacity, rebuild your internal command, and stop collapsing under pressure, the link is below. Let's get on it.